Right, now about superlative degree. Superlative degree is used to compare one thing with two or more other things. The pattern for one syllable, we have subject to be plus the plus adjective plus est. And for using adverb, we have subject, verb, plus the plus adverb plus est. Example: John is the tallest boy in the family. Since tall has one syllable, so we need to add est at the end of the word. It becomes tallest. Next, he works the hardest employee of all the employees in his office. Since hard is only one syllable, so we have to add est. It becomes hardest. The pattern for more than two syllables. The pattern, we have subject to be plus the most plus adjective. And for using adverb, we have subject plus verb plus the most plus adverb. Example: that was the most boring film I have ever seen. Boring has more than two syllables, so we have to add the most before the adjective. Then Sally dances the most gracefully of all the participants. Gracefully here as an adverb, and it has more than two syllables. Then we need to add the most before the adverb. Use the form more plus adjective for adjective ending in the following suffixes like ed, full, ing, is, and os. Example: more useful, more boring, more courteous, more careful. And then when an adjective ends in an consonant plus y, change the y to I and add er or est. Example: happy, happier, the happiest. Dry, drier, the driest. And for some, ow and add er or est, handsomer or the handsomest, narrower or the narrowest. Here we have exercise latihan 4. Lengkapilah kalimat di bawah ini dengan menggunakan bentuk superlatif. I give you 1 minute to think about the answer. Later we will answer together. Alright, number 1, let's answer together. Petronas Tower is the tallest building in the world. The answer is the tallest. Yeah, this is superlative degree. Yeah, to compare one thing with other things. Since tall is has one syllable, so we have to add est and add the before the adjective. Yes. Next, number 2. The United States is very large, but USSR is the largest. Yes. Large has one syllable. Then we need to add est at the end of the word and then add the most before the adjective. So the answer is the largest. Number 3, the book that I read is the most interesting, right? The most interesting. Number 2, sorry, the answer is number 2 is the largest, right? Yes. Number 3, the book that I read is the most interesting. We use the most because interesting has more than one syllable, right? We use the most interesting because interesting has more than one syllable. Next, I'm staying at the presidential suite room. It is nice. We have to change nice. How many syllables nice? Yes, only one. So we need to the nice, right? It is the nicest room in the hotel. That means only one the nicest room from all in that hotel. So the answer is the nicest. Next, number 5. Balki is student in the school. What is the answer? Smart. Balki is the smartest student in the school. Smart is the smart student in that school because smart has only one syllable, so we have to add est at the end of the word and then add the before the adjective. Number 6, I had dinner at Korean restaurant. It was meal I've ever had. Delicious. Delicious has more than 2 syllables. Then we need to add the most before the adjective. So the answer is it was the most delicious meal I've ever had. Number 7, Amazon is long river in the world. Amazon. So long has one syllable, so we just add est at the end of the word and then plus the before the adjective. Amazon is the longest river in the world. Next, there are many magicians in Jakarta, but Deddy Corbuzier is famous. There are many magicians in Jakarta, but Deddy Corbuzier is famous. Right, so famous has more than one syllables, right? Famous. So we need to add the most before the adjective, because famous is an adjective. The answer will be, there are many magicians in Jakarta, but Deddy Corbuzier is the most famous. Next, number 9. Jembatan Merah is old bridge in my town. All has one syllable because this is superlative degree, so we need to add est at the end of the word, then add the before the adjective. The answer is Jembatan Merah is the oldest bridge in my town. Right, the oldest. D, because O is a vowel, so we have to produce the sound D, old. The last one, we went to Hawaii for holiday. It was one of enjoyable holiday we've ever had. Right, so enjoyable has more than one syllable, so we need to add the most before the adjective. The answer is, we went to Hawaii for holiday. It was one of the most enjoyable holiday we've ever had. Yeah, so that's all about exercise for superlative degree. Now, look at this table. Yeah, we have some words that change the form in all type of comparison degree. Ya, ada beberapa kata yang mengalami perubahan, ya, dari ketiga jenis tingkat perbandingan tersebut. If the positive is bad, the comparative is worse, and the superlative is the worst. If the positive far, the comparative is farther, and the superlative is the farthest. And if the positive is good, the comparative is further, and the superlative is the furthest. And if the positive is well, the comparative is better, then the superlative is the best. And if the positive is little, the comparative is less, and the superlative is the least. And the last one, if the positive is much and many, and the comparative is more, and the superlative is the most. Yes, so you have to remember about these words, right? Okay, now we have here exercise still about comparison degree. We have number 1 until number 6. I give you time 1 minute to think about the answer. Later we will discuss together. Number 1, you can tell Harris about it just easily as I can. Yeah, this is about positive degree. Yeah, it means that to say no comparison as it has the same meaning. This is equal, and then we have adverb here easily. The answer is you can tell Harris about it just as easily as I can. Number 2, that tall woman is ambitious secretary in this house. Ambitious has more than one syllables, and this is about superlative degree. The only one woman who is very ambitious in this house. So the answer is that tall woman is the most ambitious secretary in this house. Yeah. Number 3, Pierre understands English little of all the students. Remember about certain words in comparison degree? Little. Like, so we have to find the superlative one here. It will be the least. Yes, it will be the least. So the answer will be Pierre understand English the least of all the students. Right. Next, number 4. He plays guitar well as Andrew Segovia. Right, so this is about positive degree. Let's see about positive degree. Positive degree is used to compare two things that are equal, right? So they are equal. To compare that the things are equal. Yeah, here between he and Andrew Jones, they both can play guitar well. They are equal. They have the same capability of doing guitar. So the answer will be he plays guitar as good or as well as Segovia, right? He plays guitar as well as Segovia. Next, number 5. Nobody is happy than Maria Ellen. Yeah, this is about comparative degree because we have than here. Yeah. Now look at the adjective happy. How many syllables do you think? Yeah, we can add er, happier. Yeah. So the answer is nobody is happier than Mary Ellen. The last one, Brazil export much coffee of all American countries. Look at much. Because this is superlative degree, so we have to find much. For superlative form, it will be the most. So Brazil export the most coffee of all the American countries. Next, our topic is about simple future tense. Yeah. So we use the simple future tense when there is no plan or decision to do something before we speak. Kita menggunakan kalimat tenses future tense ini ketika tidak ada perencanaan atau keputusan untuk dilakukan sebelum kita berbicara atau mengungkapkannya. We make the decision spontaneously at the time of speaking. Kita membuat keputusan secara spontan pada waktu kita berbicara. Ya. And then related with words or time signal. Ya, time signal means penanda waktu atau ciri keterangan waktu. It always have in a year, next week, next month, next year, next day. Yeah. And then tomorrow evening, tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow morning. And then probably, we might, perhaps, right? So all the time signals, it is about saying in the future time. And the pattern, we have shall and will, and then plus verb 1 or past form. Yeah. Here the example, yeah. The example of simple future tense sentences. All subjects can use will, but for shall, specific subjects will use it. Example, for shall, I, we, they, and you. Yeah, only certain subjects that use shall. While for will, all subjects can use it. This is more easy to understand. Then we continue about construction. When we use the future tense in speaking, we usually contract the subject and auxiliary verb. We also sometimes do this when we write. Jadi ketika menggunakan future tense ini dalam bahasa oral, ya, kita biasanya menyingkat antara subjek dan kata kerja bantu. Ya, shall and will, they are auxiliary verb. Mereka adalah kata kerja bantu. Terkadang kita menyingkatnya ketika kita melakukan percakapan, ya, atau speaking practice. We always construct them. Example, I'll, you'll, he'll, she'll, it'll, John'll, will, they'll. Ya. Kadang-kadang juga dalam menulis kita sering menggunakan construction. Ya. Tetapi sangat dianjurkan bahwa ketika menulis sangat tidak disarankan untuk menggunakan penyingkatan. And then constructions for negative, ya. I sent, I want, you want, he want, she want, it want, John want, we want, they want. In negative forms also it happens. We construct between subject and auxiliary verb. No plan. We use the simple future tense when there is no plan or decision to do something before we speak. Kita menggunakan simple future tense ketika tidak ada perencanaan atau keputusan untuk dilakukan sebelum kita berbicara, ya. Sudah kita bahas tadi. Kita membuat keputusan secara spontan pada waktu kita berbicara, ya. Contohnya, hold on, I'll get a pen. Tunggu sebentar, saya akan mengambil sebuah pulpen. Ya. We don't plan before in our mind that we want to get a pen, so it happens spontaneously. We will see what we can help you or not, right? It says spontaneously the times of speaking. Maybe we'll stay in and watch television tonight, right? We don't have any plans in our mind, or we don't make any decisions before we speak, so it happens spontaneously. We often use the simple future tense with the verb to think before it. Kita sering menggunakan simple future tense dengan kata kerja to think sebelum sebelum hal tersebut. Contohnya, I think I'll go to the gym tomorrow. And then I think I will have a holiday next year. I don't think I'll buy that car. So we always and we often use to think, yeah, to say future tense plans, prediction. We often use simple future tense to make a prediction about the future. We are saying what we think will happen, but we have no real evidence. Nah, mengenai prediction, ya, dikatakan bahwa kita sering menggunakan simple future tense ini untuk membuat sebuah prediction tentang masa depan. Kita mengatakan apa yang kita pikirkan akan terjadi, kemudian kita tidak mempunyai bukti yang nyata